Hey there, this is Niels Beardfoot, and today we're crafting the Stack Beetle Bag, from leather. Print, cut and tape the pattern together and then transfer it onto the leather and cut out that too. We're using mostly 2.5mm or 6-ounce wedge tanned leather here. With the beveler we can break the edges and prepare them later on for burnishing. We got a bunch of sewing holes to punch, and this is how we do it. To be able to stamp on wedge tanned leather you need to moisten it. Just dunk it in and set it aside for a few minutes to dry. With a groove cutter we can not only cut grooves, but also when we push it we can just mark. And along this marked line we can add any decorative stamps that we like. With a bone folder we can draw a bunch of lines just to get the texture right, and then add a few deeper ones. While still moist, we can already start to shape them, and a breakfast bowl like this one, which is mostly round, is very nice for this. Just put it in and press it along the form and you give it a nice even shape. Next up is dyeing, and here I start with the red base coat. Just put it with a sponge everywhere. After that I use my airbrush with some dark brown to get the color in the tone that I want. Also I focus on the edges to make them a little bit darker already, because after this I add some black on the edges only and in a deep angle to create some shadows as well. With some high grit sandpaper we can also remove some of the black dye just to create some highlights. And with some leather finish, we finish it. In case you're struggling with your finish, leaving marks on the leather, make the last pass tapping only to prevent that. Also be sure to put some of the resist on the edges to use the moisture for burnishing. Now those are all the pieces that we have. We got the 2 wing pieces, and in between those we got one strap that will be sewn to both of them to connect them. Also we got this back part that will be connected here. And then we got the big head part, and we got these lashes here, and these will be bent over and sewn on like this, and with the eye as well. Also we got the horns, because it's a stack beetle, you know. Also we got the belly parts, and legs, and leg attachments. As mentioned, we start with the wings, and we got the strap, and we sew it here. And we connect the other wing on the same strap. Just like this. I punched it so hard it turned around, weird. Also you want to sew it on these parts there. Next is this back part, and it's sewn on like this. Just snap together and you're good to go. The head part is a bit more of a struggle and a little bit more complicated. We want to start by sewing on these lashes like this, and for this, to make it easier, we moisten them first. So now you got it sewn in place like this. Next, what we want to do is add the eyes. And you will notice it's from thinner leather and the spacing between the sewing holes is a little bit wider, and this is important. Moisten the eye as well and sew it in place. Next we want to do is add the horn, and we want to add it underneath the helmet, and it will later on with the lash from the hat overlap over the eye like this. But first things first, add the horn here. The eye looks a little bit wonky, so if needed, remoisten it and then use the blunt end of your burnisher to press it out. This sewing as does not look as clean as we want it, so we cut away the excess, sand it, bevel it, dye it and reburnish it. And after this we can add the head to the rest of the bag. On this edge starting sewing on here. The belly part is fairly simple. You got these pieces, you sew them together. You got some horns, you sew them on. You also got some legs. We flip over one end, add a D-ring and hold it in place with a rivet. Also got some leg attachments. Also flip over on the one side, put it in the D-ring, so these face different directions, and then we add it to the belly of the belly. For the opening, we got some pressure buttons, and we have to add them one to the belly part and one to the top part. Both cases in the face area. Also on the top horns, we got these lashes. We flip them over, we put a D-ring in, and we hold it in place with the rivet. To merge both parts, top and bottom, we will have to sew it all along the edge. And it's easier if we moisten this edge first and bend it already a bit in the direction. We start sewing from the butt and then towards the horn all the way on one side and then the other, and re-moisten it if you need it. The horns don't really look like much, so what we want to do is get some water, put it in, moisten it completely, set it aside for a few hours, and then start shaping. The most important part here is to make sure that top and bottom closure fit together. And to achieve this, we want to bend in here the head a bit. Also, we got the problem that the eyes are from thinner leather, so they get squashed a bit. So if you have, put something in there to stabilize them. These parts of the horn have to overlap, and after this is secured, we want to bend the entire horn along the sewing edge. Also, we got this gap here, and on this we can bend it a little bit more. The butt will most of the time pull itself into place, but still make sure it fits. After drying, we can sew together these 3 holes here on both horns. For the sewing holes here in the face area, we just want to put in some decorative straps to create the illusion of an insect feeling thingies. And that's it. This is the Stack Beetle Bag. Beetle Bag. This is one of the bigger bags that I made. There's plenty of room in there. It is definitely one of the more complicated bags that I made, especially because of the horn and eye part. But with some experience, I'm sure everybody can manage. And you will attach the shoulder strap to these D-rings on the horn to wear it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out my others and check out this pattern as well as all the others that I got. And see you guys next time. Have a great day.